June. Top legal and political advisors have been privately calling the job of defending Trump against an indictment in the election 2020 case a suicide mission. Rolling Stone reports that the Trump team is bracing for all but certain guilty verdicts in at least some of the criminal cases, with the only hope being to win on appeal. Rolling Stone reports that some of the lawyers who considered accepting the suicide mission dropped out, quote, because of concerns from their peers. Partners at their respective firms objected to taking on Trump as a client, arguing the firm would lose other clients as a result. None of the lawyers turning down Trump admitted to fear of shunning by Larry David or not being invited to the Martha's Vineyard Book Festival. The lawyer suicide mission is all the more suicidal because of the phenomenon of Donald Trump not paying people who work for him and the likelihood of Trump criminal defense lawyers becoming criminal defendants themselves. Andrew Weissman is back with us. Andrew, your reaction to this struggle that defendant Trump has been having for the last few months or more even, trying to find lawyers, including Alan Dershowitz?
Well, the struggle is of his own making. So as a prosecutor and as a defense lawyer, I really believe every defendant is entitled to legal representation. They're entitled to have zealous advocacy. The reason that you're seeing somebody who held such an exalted position in the United States government, where usually you have the very cream of the crop in terms of the caliber of lawyering that's available to them. The reason you don't see that with Donald Trump is because of his own making. If you are asking your lawyer to commit a crime, which is the allegation in the Mar-a-Lago documents case, that is not something that endears you to get to deciding, oh, gee, this is somebody I want to represent, at least in normal defense lawyers. If you are Tim Parlatore, you don't want to have other lawyers interfere with your ability to do your job. Or, as we were just talking about Beryl Howell in the Rudy Giuliani case, Tim Parlatore was somebody who was the subject of a potential fine for discovery violations because of what was going on in that case. All of that means that you're buying just a heap of trouble when you have a client who doesn't listen to your advice and just goes about doing his own business, up to and including continuing to commit crimes that he wants you to be a part of. And so that is the reason that you find so many lawyers unwilling to represent him, even though he used to be the president of the United States, which is a very sad state.
I want to ask about someone who